I was supposed to go on a trip, made an impulsive buy. I fucked up. My name is D-Rail. This is Rails Rants Reloaded. Talk about this, but we gonna talk about it. Fuck Expedia. If you go to book a trip, book it directly with a guy on the hotel you go to book at or the airline you're going to fly with. Don't book through Expedia. Do not book through that fucking travel portal. Expedia is running one of the biggest scams in America when it comes to travel. Let's be honest. The travel industry in itself, especially the airlines, is one big scam on the way they price gouge you. Spirit Airline is no longer is in existence, and the fuckery has been continuing. We got to pay for bags and this and air and peanuts and water and so all type of little small stuff. But with Expedia, I know at least when I book a flight with Delta, I can get trip protection. I could get cancellation protection. And I could go on the app and cancel the flight hours before it's about to board. Get all my points back, get all my money back, get all my miles back, whatever. Easy. I booked a hotel off of Expedia's website. And I shouldn't have did this because I need to practice what I preach. Because I told my friends, I said, look, man, I got to play for, not cheap flights, not discounted flights, but, working with credit cards. I deal with credit cards. I got my American Express Delta cards, my Chase cards, different cards that accumulate points so I can get pretty much discounts on flights or pretty much getting rewarded for spending money so I could travel on the back end. And I should have booked this daggone hotel with Chase. I should have went to the transfer portal. Like I said, I didn't practice what I preach. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm on my phone. I'm up. I'm saying, you know what? I already pulled the trigger on this flight. Let me get the hotel. And my dumbass booked the hotel for the wrong month, but the right day. Got the hotel protection, the trip cancellation. I paid the extra, but this is why I always use credit cards, and I'll tell you that in a minute. I'll tell you why in a minute. So I booked the hotel. When you book your hotel, whether you're doing it through Expedia or directly through the hotel, you put your email in, so they send you a confirmation. They sent me the confirmation. And this hotel had a cancellation, a no cancellation fee. I could cancel within such and such time without being penalized. I look at the confirmation and I said, oh shit, this is the wrong daggone month. This is for October. So I try to cancel and, get it where I can get the hotel for the correct month. Even if the price was going to be different, I would have paid the difference. Number one, with Expedia, you can't get through to nobody. If you have the insurance, you can't get through to nobody with the insurance, and everything is AI and email, and they want you to fill out this long form, and they want you to screenshot your credit card, your booking date, this, that, and the third. And even with the insurance, they're going to tell me, oh, the hotel has a cancellation fee. So the cancellation fee would have been the price that I just paid, which was like $500 and some change. I would have had to pay that, or I would have had to eat that because it was already on my credit card. They already charged it on my credit card. I would have had to eat that and then rebook and then pay whatever the price was, which was maybe $20, $40 more on top of that. So I would spend, instead of spending $500, I'd have spent about $1,100. But then I look at the hotel's cancellation policy. The hotel's cancellation policy is like, yo, you're good to cancel up till the day before you about to come to the hotel. So I'm like, yo, this don't make no daggone sense. This is why I always book things with my credit card and not my debit card, because I have a Chase Sapphire Preferred, not the Reserve, the Preferred. I'm gonna put a link in the video for that too. With most credit cards, you could call and get a charge back, but with the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Reserve, you get automatic trip insurance, cancellation insurance. I did all of my paperwork that I was supposed to do, that when I had the travel insurance that I bought from Expedia, and they was like, nah, you can't cancel that. We're not going to reimburse you. And the thing is, you're not going to reimburse me on a trip or a hotel that I haven't even stayed in. So it's like, you're not losing anything. You are literally penalizing me for clicking the wrong stuff. $500 penalization. No. That's not going to happen. So I called my bank, Chase. I called credit card customer service, told them what was going on. I filed for the wrong date. They wouldn't reimburse me. They wouldn't let me change. They wouldn't let me switch out. But the hotel's policy is different from Expedia. How do they have two different policies? So Expedia knows that people fuck up sometime. They just trying to do a cash grab. You're not grabbing this cash, motherfucker. Not today, Satan. So with that being said, I got on the phone with Chase, told them what was going on. They said, don't even worry about it. Do not pay that bill. They did what they had to do, and it's real funny because after I did the claim to try to fix everything with Expedia's insurance, they closed out the case file. They closed it out. When I called Chase, maybe a couple of days later, they was like, yo, it's going to take about 10 to 15 days so we can reverse the transaction. We got to get in contact with them. Don't worry about it. It's real funny. Expedia's protection plan people sent me a follow-up email, open back up the case. I was like, oh yeah, y'all on some bullshit. Now y'all speaking to Chase and knowing that y'all not going to be able to keep this guy daggone money. So what wound up happening, charge got reversed. I had that travel protection insurance by default with Chase, and I wound up booking the hotel through the Chase portal for maybe about $70 cheaper. Moral of the story is, don't book shit through Expedia. Do not book a damn thing through Expedia. And when I was selling travel, I had a problem with Expedia because it was around the time COVID. It was maybe 2022, around, middle of COVID. The Dominican Republic was on some bullshit. It was a lot of stuff going down in the DR with the resorts. And in the resorts, people, some of the resorts were switching the liquor that was in the liquor bottles, and the liquor was freezing over and people were getting sick. People were getting alcohol poisoning. So the person that I booked the resort for wanted to cancel the trip to DR and go to Jamaica. And I never forget, I was on the phone with, this is when you could get on the phone with Expedia. I was on the phone with the customer rep from Expedia. They was like, yo, to be honest with you, we can't reverse this because it's a non-refundable, but you can call your credit card company and ask for a chargeback. And that's what wound up happening. But now, don't do it. Don't go to Expedia. I would, you know what? To be honest with you, I wouldn't deal with none of these daggone travel portal companies because they all in cahoots. And then when something goes wrong, instead of them fixing it, or if something goes wrong, if you book a daggone flight through Expedia and something goes wrong and you at the airport's gonna be like, oh, you got to talk to Expedia, you know, because you didn't book directly with us. You are better off booking directly with who you're flying with and who you're staying with, what hotel you're staying in, because you don't want the fucking headache. Nobody wants the headache. It's not. Just don't do it. My name is D-Rel. This is Rel's Rants Reloaded. I'll holla at y'all later. Peace.